camera. 3, 2, 1. Rolling sound. Who are you?
My name is Jody Wynn. I'm about to be 28 years old. My birthday is in a couple of weeks. I'm a Pisces. I am a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, a lioness, obviously. I like to think of myself as a really cool person, really down to earth. I like to have heart-to-heart conversations with strangers, if you let me. Overall, just a cool person to get to know.
What was your childhood like? And what were some important lessons that you learned then that you carry with you today?
My childhood wasn't very ideal. Definitely a journey, to say the least. Being raised by a Vietnam War baby who came to America to seek a better life for herself, and obviously my siblings and I, we didn't really have a lot growing up. We had each other, which was very important, and I cherish that a lot. I take that and I just hold it. I that's like the most important thing to me. I wouldn't change anything about how it raised me to be. Although it wasn't very tasteful, it wasn't as ideal, as I said, it made me into who I am. And I wouldn't change that for anything.
How does a flower grow?
A flower grows with water, soil, and sunlight, photosynthesis. But obviously, it takes more than that. The purpose of a flower growing, I believe, is to see it bloom. And, you can give it water, you can give it sunlight, and you can do whatever the basic standards are to grow a flower. But will it bloom? I think the ingredients, the concoction you need to make a flower bloom is to give it tender love and care, to put it in the right environment, to take care of it.
Please give me a number between 1 and 100.
Let's do 47.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about the world, it would just be an influence thing, how easily influenced the world is, whether it be the news, who's spread nothing but propaganda. You don't see really them spreading anything positive. The social media accounts, Instagram, we have a bunch of Instagram models who uses Photoshop, who have, multiple surgeries to look the way that they look, and, influencing these little girls who feel the need to have to do the same thing, and, jeopardizing their lives and stuff like that, or easily influenced over these people. We have people who are, just influencing the youth on, selling drugs and, living this certain life that, it seems cool in video, but, in actuality, it's going to ruin them, possibly get them killed and stuff like that, So the influence that this world has right now, it's really taken a toll on humanity. And I feel like that is definitely one thing I would love to change in the world right now.
Please give me another number between 1 and 100.
82.
Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Elaborate on why or why not.
I definitely do. The reason being is because there's life literally in depths of the ocean that we have no idea about, and different species are being found every few years and stuff like that. So who knows what's out there where we are unable to touch, unable to reach, and it's infinite. We don't know how deep it goes at far out in space. Like what we know is what they tell us. So I definitely feel like there's a different energy out there, smarter than we are, who are definitely more advanced than we are. This is a funny topic, but yeah, I definitely believe in them.
Please give me another number between 1 and 100.
7. Lucky number 7.
What's something you know to do differently, what's something you know that you do differently than most people? What is the time that you either benefited from it or it caused you harm?
One more time.
What's something that you know that you do differently than most people? What is a time that you either benefited from it or caused you harm?
I am such a sucker for love. I'm not saying that I'm the only one who's done this, but I literally will go, like, there's no measure. Once I lock down, I'm locked down. Like, if, once we locked in, ain't no switching up. But I think that's it's bittersweet, and the reason why I say that is because people take advantage of takers. Of givers. I'm definitely a giver, and givers have to be careful on how much they give because takers have no limit on how much they take. So that's where my downfall lies. Overall, it doesn't affect how I move on. It sucks because the people who I really cherish and love, who I want to bring to the next level with me, I can't do that. They show me that I can't do it, so I have to just continue on with life without them. But it just makes room for the people who are actually in the next level, who are more fitting in my life to just come in and we build from there.
Please give me another number between 1 and 100.
Let's do number 55.
If you could take us anywhere if you could take us anywhere in the world right now, where would you take us?
I would take us to Thailand. The weather is beautiful. We get to see a bunch of animals. We get to eat lots of different foods. Live life. You don't really have to worry about the flashy stuff and everything. Everybody is just having a good time over there. The scenery, it just overall it'll put you in a good mood. So I feel like why not just, if I can transport us like with the flick of my wrist or whatever, a snap of my thumb, I would definitely transport us to a more calming, vacation like area. So Thailand, why not?
Please give me another number between 1 and 100.
I forgot the other numbers I chose, but let's do 93.
Name one really surprising thing that set your heart jumping and gave you an adrenaline rush.
Oh, this is a hard question. I don't want to say, the stereotypical roller coaster. But I think the best feeling, the one time that I felt like that, I think I just bought my new car. And I'm talking about like brand new, off the lot, no miles. Took the plastic off of it, playing the Drake song, She just took it off the lot, no miles, all that. Like I felt so good rolling down. I was driving to Atlanta actually, and on the highway, and it was about to be it was sunset, and the color, and my windows were down. The weather was like in the 70s. It was just perfect. It was like a music video. And I just got like this really good adrenaline feeling, like life was just great, like it's up from here. Um, Definitely like a movie type feeling, a high, a natural high moment. Would love to feel like something like that again. Maybe when I get another car.
Please give me one final number between 1 and 100.
99.
What quote resonates with you more than any other?
Um, I don't know who this is from, but I seen it a few years ago and I just stamped it. I have it tattooed on me. I have it on like every public page that I have. Be light in this too often dim world. It What it means to me is just basically it's self-explanatory. Just there's so much darkness in the world. There's so much negative influence. As I said earlier, it's very rare that you come across anything or anyone that's just like a natural light. You know, like when they come into the room, they shine. You know, nothing has to be said or nothing has to be done, but it's just their aura. You know, their energy. Um, I strive to be that um, throughout my day, no matter where I'm at, for whoever it may be, whoever I encounter. Try to be as positive as possible. I try to be nice. I try to be, try to have mannerism. Try to make people laugh and smile as much as I can because, I want to. So that's how I interpret that quote, to be light in this too often dim world.
How do you find meaning in your daily experience, and what propels you through life?
Well, I'm a healthcare worker, so that goes without being said. I feel like what I do in life really serves a purpose, a positive purpose. So I find meaning in that. Um, Also, with what I said in the last question, I just try to be that positive influence, that positive light in people's lives. I bring that into my workplace as well, because obviously, when you go into the hospital, it's not very, it's not a lot of nice things that happen behind those doors. So um, you just try to be a light. You just try to make things lighter on people. Um, so I basically I use that in my everyday life.
What has the experience of living been like for you to this point? What can people learn from your life?
Life so far has been it's been a learning experience, the best learning experience. I've had a lot of examples of what not to do. So I've used that to my advantage, and I think I've made a pretty decent outcome so far for myself. Um, and yeah. What was the second part?
What can people learn from your life?
Just to try to be positive. I know that's so cliche to say, but I've been through the low times, the dark clouds and the depression stays where I have just gone weeks and months, just doing the same things over and over again and just complaining about the same things over and over again and not doing anything about it and coming home to the same four walls, blank walls. And I wasn't really trying to make a positive change in my life to kind of, make that 180 in my life. So I hope, anybody watching this, if they have ever felt that way before, like take it from someone that has been there before, like make that step, even if it's a baby step, because baby steps are still movements forward. So all of that adds up. And once you continue to tell yourself, speak that positive energy, speak those affirmations into your life, like believe it, fake it till you make it if you have to. I've had somebody tell me that, and I promise you that was the best advice I've ever been given. Fake it till you make it, because I promise you, you will. You just got to start.
So, this is the big question and the reason we're here.
Mhm.
Life is fleeting. We never know when it's our time. If these were your last words ever recorded, what would you say about your life and legacy?
My legacy has yet to be it's to be determined. So far, I I feel like I've done a pretty good job at building a foundation for what I'm going to do in the near future. There's so much to do. There's so much time left. There's so much to learn, and so many things to create, and so many people to meet, and like so many conversations to have, and it's just like it's endless. So um, I don't want to say that my legacy is final yet to really determine, to really, just put a stamp on, to really solidify. But it's definitely in the process of being something great, something magnificent in my eyes, something that I'm going to be proud of, something that I can give to my children that they'll be proud of. Understanding our history, understanding my past, and my family's past, and our past, and where they come from, and things like that. We already have things that I do cherish now that I feel like majority of human beings take for granted. Like I have my native tongue that the language that I can give to my children and stuff like that. Um, I feel like that really is just looked over. I was able to speak to my grandmother because I knew how to speak my people's language, Vietnamese. Um, if I didn't know how to speak it, I wouldn't have a relationship with my grandmother. And if my children don't know how to speak it, they won't have a relationship with a great grandmother, So things like that I keep in mind. That's something to be grateful for. I still have my family, even though we're the only ones here in America. The rest of them are in Vietnam. We're the first generation, my siblings and I. So, there's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. So I'm just really excited to create that legacy for my family and our name.
So, I'll ask you again, finally, who are you?
I am Jody Wynn. Nothing has changed. I am a lioness. I am going to do what I can for my tribe. I'm going to bring a meal to the plate by any means necessary. I am a go-getter. I am a safe haven. I am a sister. I am a daughter. I am a girlfriend. I am a really cool person once you get to know me. Yeah, I am to be determined. I am under construction. I am yet to be finished. I am still to be written. So stay tuned.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Not the